welcome again to San Diego Cycling Public in coordination with San Diego Design Week. Today, I am speaking to a really significant person in cycling in San Diego, County Supervisor Greg Cox. And Mr. Cox has been really significant in bringing the cycling infrastructure that we all use here in San Diego County. He's been working on this for a long time, and I wanted to talk to him about what it took to do it, the challenges he faced, and now that he's leaving office, what we could do to continue this momentum that he has started. So I hope you enjoy this short interview with County Supervisor Greg Cox. So my first question to you, Supervisor, was what was your initial motivation behind focusing on cycling and cycling paths in the county so early on? Because you've been on this for, according to Stefan, a couple of decades.
As a South County resident, lifelong resident of Chula Vista, I've always been intrigued with the idea of having a bicycle path that could go all the way around San Diego Bay. So when I first got elected to the city council in Chula Vista, that was 1976, things were just beginning to get started about the possibilities of having, quote, at that time it was referred to as the Beirut Bikeway. After I got elected mayor, we kind of thought, well, we really need more of a regional effort, because it was just kind of an effort on a couple of individuals. So I did work to get SANDAG to create what is now the Bayshore Bikeway Working Group. We've had good cooperation from all 5 cities over the ensuing, I guess that's almost 40 years. And if it was easy, it would have been done a long time ago. The good news is that, it's about 2/3 of the way done. We've got most of the funding to complete the other major sections. Barrio Logan section is under design right now. It should be under construction next year. The missing section in National City is they got a grant December a year ago to complete that segment. I think it was about $5 million. Got a portion we're working on down in Chula Vista from Palomar to the Salt Works, and those are the major missing links that we have.
I feel like you were working on something that required a lot of advanced thinking, but now the payoff, it's got to be the feedback you get. Just tell me about it.
And I really focus on the fact, Chula Vista's got the bay to the west, it's got the mountains to the east, it's got the Sweetwater River to the north, and the Otay River to the south. What a great opportunity to take those 2 river valleys and really use that as a way to create kind of an artery system, if you will, where you have the Bayshore Bikeway ultimately that'll go all the way around the bay. And you have these 2 river valleys, plus you got all these other river valleys going up the San Diego River, San Diego, San Luis Rey, that all pretty much go in an east-west direction. What a great opportunity to use those systems. Maybe they're not all class 1 bike paths. In fact, in the river valleys, most of them are going to be probably DG or native materials that could create not only a recreational opportunity for people to get outside and exercise and enjoy fresh air, but frankly, in the case of the Bayshore Bikeway, so many people in Chula Vista work at NASCO or work at BAE or other employers in San Diego. Not only could the Bayshore Bikeway just be an unparalleled recreational amenity and a great way to see San Diego Bay, but it also could be, and I think is beginning to become, a very valuable arterial for people that are going to work.
Another one that I'm really impressed by is Sweetwater and the bike park. That I think you were pretty big involved in that, and I think that is such a beautiful, with the pump track and the family outings and the way it's developed that area. Tell us a little bit about that and how that came about, and how do we do more of those?
Well, that is the first bicycle skills park in San Diego County. I don't think it'll be the last. In fact, I'll guarantee it won't be the last, because we're working on another one right now in the Otay Valley Regional Park. We were approached, I was approached by the San Diego Mountain Biking Coalition about, wanting to see if there was a way that they could have kind of a bicycle skills park.
How can we as citizens help continue this momentum? And part of it is a political act, which you're helping illuminate for us here. But I just want to use through these lectures or these interviews to help people understand how they can participate.
Well, number one, I mean, it would be a horrible waste of a disaster like COVID-19 not to take advantage of it. I think from the standpoint that I think it, by its very nature, has encouraged more people to get outside and to exercise. Maybe they've had a lot more free time than they've had before because, they've been pretty much confined to home, but they want to get out. They want to, get some exercise. More people now have figured out that they can work at home. COVID-19 is not going to go away in the next few months. But the bottom line is, I think this is one of those transformational events where there will be a lot of businesses that decide that they don't need to have a high-rise office building in downtown San Diego. They can, rely on their employees. The nice thing is we've got, the Bayshore Bikeway. We got the Inland Rail Trail. We have, and I've been working with a number of people on completing the California Coastal Trail through San Diego County. And a good part of
people who have maybe never cycled before, could be in their 50s, 60s, 70s, all of a sudden can get not just around the Bayshore, but they can get out into the backwoods on an electric bike and have a multi-day experience.
Well, we've invested, the county, a lot of money in our trails. In the Tijuana River Valley, we've completed 22 miles of trails that most people aren't even aware are there. And these are multi-use trails, bicyclists, hikers, walkers, equestrians. And the good thing is that we're finding that before, I think there was always these kind of headbutting going on between bicyclists and equestrians and walkers and joggers. Well, I think people begin to realize that, hey, these are multi-use trails. Yeah, you can ride your bicycle. We're also working on this is one of those projects that I'm sure will take many years to complete, but there's about 77,000 acres of land that is east of the Sweetwater Reservoir and the Otay Reservoir on a plan that would provide about 150 miles of trails within that area, unprecedented. And it's a great opportunity, again, to encourage people to get outside and take advantage of the tremendous resources that we have in this county.
Yeah, that is such good information for you to share to everybody in these interviews. The other thing I'll add to that is the length of a normal bike ride for a family or a beginning rider might be 3 or 4 or 5 miles, let's say, and then they might maybe 10. With an e-bike, all of a sudden, you have got people extending out 20, 30, 40, 50 miles on a day. And all of a sudden, these parks and nodes that you're talking about putting out in different places can connect, where before it would take a serious outdoorsman to get there. So I think that's a beautiful, looking into the future, I think what you've set out there is going to be connected like a constellation in ways that we couldn't have predicted.
What a great network that we have for not only urban experiences in the case of the Bayshore Bikeway, but to get off and to go up the Otay River Valley and to get into some more natural areas where you're going to see, bobcats, and you're going to see quail, and you're going to see wildlife that you wouldn't normally see.
Yeah, and we want to add another node to that, which is the Liberty Station San Diego Community Bicycle Center that I'm working on with Stefan and Richard Opper. And city parks have been very supportive. It's in Liberty Station. They've kind of almost given us the keys to the barracks and said, have at it. We were going to tear it down if you want to put your money into it and do what you think, which is a center for all things cycling in the region. Not just, cyclists tend to be siloed. I'm a cyclocross, I'm a mountain biker, I'm a family rider. This is going to be a place for all of them.
People begin to realize and utilize some of these great trail systems we have. I think the public support is going to be getting stronger and stronger to continue the effort.
We want to see it because we're going to learn what we want to do there. Like the push tracks are a great idea. The way that they have taken over for kids and young people and families is something we thought we really want to incorporate in what we're doing. So the more you can expose us to successes elsewhere are going to make our project better.
So I got to ask you a question. Have you had a chance to test out the Sweetwater Bicycle Skills program?
I have not. I've only looked.
Oh, come on. You got to get out there.
Okay. Well, after this conversation, I'm making a commitment. I'll get out. In fact, I'm going to cycle out there and then I'll go and see it that way. Thank you very, very much for your time.
Thanks, Ron.
Okay. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.